When you think of rocks, you probably just think of something grey and boring. Well, these aren't just ordinary ones. Here are 10 very unique rock formations you probably have not seen before. Number 1. Rainbow quartz. It starts off as quartz which develops gorgeous crystal formations over thousands of years underground. The crystals have a natural electrostatic charge, and this is used to apply a layer of titanium molecules and sometimes gold in a process that's called magnetron ionization. As multiple layers of metal are added, they create an optical effect for the light that's bouncing off and result in us seeing waves of luminous colors. Number 2. Bismuth crystal. Bismuth is an unusual metal with surprisingly poor ability to absorb heat and is very diamagnetic, meaning it will repel any magnetic forces that come near it. But the most insane thing about it is how its crystals form in some conditions. When found naturally, it is fragile and white, but if it is dissolved into liquid and allowed to form crystals, it becomes something completely different. It forms into a shape with step-like structure that occurs as a result of higher growth rates on the outside edges than what happens on the inside edges. It then shows various luminous color waves bouncing off it in the light. Number 3. Stone Forest, Madagascar. It is located in the Tsingy de Bemaraha Strict Nature Reserve in Melaky region. It was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the 1990s because of its unique geography, preserved mangrove forests, and wild bird and lemur populations. The formation of these unusual rocks actually began 200 million years ago when all these rocks used to lay under a lagoon. No longer underwater, these large structures were carved by monsoon rains. Number 4. Galaxy Opal Rock. Opals are one of the most spectacular gems retrieved from mining around the world. The opal capital of the world is a town in Australia called Coober Pedy, and is where the most impressive specimens have been found. The reason for all their bright and special coloring is because the stones have a unique structure of silica spheres on the microscopic level. These diffract light across their structures to display wonderful luminous colors. One of the most famous types looks as though it has a galaxy trapped inside of it. Others look like they contain rainbows and glow under UV light. Number 5. Wave Rock, also known as Haydn Rock. This gorgeous formation is located just outside of Perth, Australia, and looks just like a giant 49-foot tall wave. It is a great example of something called a flared slope. These can form on isolated hills when they become a channel for groundwater, which then erode the lower part of the hill at a higher rate than the upper part. Number 6. Split Apple Rock. Split Apple Rock can be seen in Tasman Bay, which is located on New Zealand's South Island, and as you might tell from the name, it looks like an apple that's been cut in half. Its interesting formation is made up of granite that dates back to at least 66 million years ago. But how it managed to look like this isn't clear. It's thought that it was just a naturally occurring weakness inside the rock, which is quite common in granite, and that over hundreds of thousands of years, the effect of rain and waves hit the weak spot and broke it open. Number 7. Trolltunga. Trolltunga, which means troll's tongue, is located in Vestland, Norway, and is a very popular tourist attraction due to the stunning view and amazing photos you can take. It is a giant slim rock that hangs 1,100 meters above sea level. Originally, there was a waterfall next to the rock, but the water has since been diverted for power production at a hydroelectric plant. Number 8. Fairy chimneys. The distinctive geography of the Cappadocia region in Turkey had led to several interesting natural and man-made structures. Despite there being gorgeous underground cities that were carved from limestone rock, arguably the most incredible are the fairy chimneys. Their strange structure has puzzled people for years, and there are beliefs that fairies live beneath them. Between 3 and 9 million years ago, this region was home to intense volcanic activity. Hence, lots of rocks were destroyed. Rain wore away the weaker deposits as well. Number 9. The Eye of the Sahara. The Richat structure, which is also known as the Eye of Africa, is a circular feature in northwest Africa. It is 40 kilometers in diameter, and because of erosion, it has formed what looks like rings from sedimentary rock layers. It kind of looks like the iris of an eye. It is one of the easiest natural structures to see from space. The main theory about how it developed is that when the supercontinent Pangaea began to break 100 million years ago, molten rock was pushed up to the surface but didn't manage to break all the way through. It created a series of layers of rock and dissolved the limestone towards the center, which caused a depression. And finally, number 10, the Queen's Head. The Yaleo Cape in Taiwan was made nearly 5 million years ago by many geological processes. It is now an area of land that stretches more than a mile into the ocean and is covered in structures called hoodoo rocks. Due to weathering over the years, these rocks have all become different shapes and sizes, although one stands out the most. The Queen's Head has become somewhat of an iconic feature in Taiwan and was named because of its similarities to Queen Elizabeth I. It's believed that it might finally break within the next few years or when the next earthquake strikes. And that concludes the video on 10 unique rock formations. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment for what you might like to see again next time. And if you've ever seen one of these wonderful rocks before. Thank you for watching Knock on Knowledge, and we hope to see you again soon.